Hokies will kick it away first. He'll bring it out. It's Smothers. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Offense getting set for first down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to put it.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Strikes the blow. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
It's a defense that prides themselves on taking the football away. They believe they could impact this game with turnovers, and they get an interception on the opening drive. Wasn't a big return, but that doesn't matter. They stole a possession, and that is huge for their confidence.
They'll run the option. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. And the Hokies want to pick up the tempo. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on second down, this little third to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your quarterback out on the perimeter and giving him a run-pass option. See if you can get the defense in a bind.
Keeping it on the ground on 3rd and goal. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies!
After that touchdown, the crowd here at Lane Stadium is absolutely going crazy. This is one of the great environments and best fan bases in all of college football. Exit light, enter night.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner goes down. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this route.
It really doesn't matter how big a boy you are. You can be huge out there at wide receiver like that guy is. If you don't set your feet first, you're not going to be accurate with the throw. You can't make sure you give that wide receiver a chance to win a jump ball if you don't get those feet set first.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. That was a really nice catch and an even better run after the grab.
Yeah, and get the ball to your playmaker. What's good about having him in the slot is he can go either direction. You can get him matched up on somebody that's not as fast, and you watch, he can run away from those linebackers or safeties.
Back to pass, it's Bailey. He makes the connection. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one obviously is the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision making.
And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their feet.
Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. He wants to throw. They're trying to get to it. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Scanning the field, it's drones. They make the stop, and that'll bring the first quarter to a close. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to slam in. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
After getting knocked back, it's 2nd and goal from the 4. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
Trying to push their way into the end zone on 3rd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From back of the end zone, he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. To the air on 1st down. Gets it out fast. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. Back to throw, it's McCall. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. defense takes matters into their own hands. That ball was squirting around on the field. Welcome to Boise, Idaho, where fans describe a home game in one way. We get them on the blue, and that typically means trouble for anyone who tangles with the Boise State Broncos. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Virginia Tech Hokies, taking on the 16th ranked team in the land, the Boise State Broncos. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Hokies will kick it off to get us underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Ncaa. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone. Out as he stopped at the 13. The offense set for a first down play. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, I'm always keeping track as a defensive coordinator where they're running the football. You can see they ran it to the right. Do they like this matchup? Is the right side of their offensive line really good? I'm going to be paying attention to that because that's a big game.
Can anyone catch him? The 20. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff you can't coach. You saw it on that film.
And the defense stuffs the run, and the ball will remain at the 2.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They got stuffed on 2nd down, and still they need 1 yard here on 3rd and goal. Trying to power it in. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And everything works out for the offense, right? They went for it on 4th and 1 earlier. It was a big decision, a big gamble. They got it, and now you pay it off with the touchdown. Head coach is loving that.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. Quarterback empties his backfield. Well, jet sweep pass. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line. And the Hokies racing to the line in the hurry-up. Back to throw, it's Drones. The sweet feet buy a little time. Soft spot in the middle. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
Really nice looking pass there. I'll tell you, they ask you to do a lot at Virginia Tech when you're the quarterback. You're expected to make plays with your feet because of some of the greats that have come before you, but you've also got to be able to hurt defenses throwing it as well. The entire playbook is open and at your disposal, and this guy right now, he's showing you with his arm talent, he could carve up this defense.
Getting some heat. And the quarterback is snowed under. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback
going for the screen. Oh, and he intercepts it. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Broncos. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Got a little work done on first down, now back to the line. Goes to the option. Got enough for the first down. And he breaks into the open. Smashes through. At the 20. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. And once he got loose, it was all over.
Yeah, dude, if I'm a DC, I'm throwing my clipboard. I'm throwing my hands up in the air. What do you want me to do? I mean, this is unbelievable, having a guy this dynamic at the quarterback spot that can take it 50-plus and make it look that easy. You stop it.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're lining up to boot it away. Yes, that's one way to ensure there's no return as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 2 running backs alongside the quarterback. They go to the ground. Lowers those pads. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice, he can outrun those angles.
Going for it all. Throw to the end zone, picked off. Got room on the return. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That's a decision the quarterback would love to have back. Down here in this area of the field in the red zone, these windows, they close so quickly. Everything just has to be done a little bit faster. You got to be so much more precise, and as a result of being late on the throw, they turn it over in the red zone.
They make the stop, but what a job on the scramble to get loose and pick up that first down. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Leaves it with the back. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39. Line getting set on second down. Fast motion from the offense. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. They get him on the ground, but it's a first down.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. Past the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Boise State.
What an incredible individual effort by that big fellow there. And David, it's funny, I've been hearing more and more about how these D linemen are the best athletes on the field. What do you think?
I present to you Exhibit A. Look at the big fella. Not only does he make the catch, okay, so I can be a DB, I can be a wide receiver, I can catch it. I got the ball in my hands, guess what else I am? I'm a running back. I take that thing all the way back to the house. Exhibit A, the best athletes on the football field.
And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They're down to the 35 on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds. Let's see what they've got on second down. Using his legs, it's Ncaa. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. The Broncos want to move quickly. They'll try to run for it. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down, they'll spot it at the 22. Moving quickly, trying to rattle the D. The lone back's got it. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Dumps it to the back. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Trying to get to it.
And he'll slide after picking up the first down. The offense calls timeout as the second one they've used this half. And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. The Broncos will keep this drive going. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the 1st half. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Broncos!
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Looking for a man. It's Drones. Feeling some heat. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st down. Now back to the air. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he couldn't find quite enough running room to reach the line to gain. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Quarterback will audible. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Still running at the 40. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. He's going to pass. Showing the arm straight down the left side. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And those are tough passes. When you start throwing those balls towards the sidelines, it's a longer throw for the quarterback to make, and I think that's when you see the majority of the misses for guys, the majority of the overthrows and a little bit of inaccuracy start to show itself.
To throw, it's Drones. They're bringing, and here's a fumble way behind the line. And they are fortunate to get the ball back, but unfortunate to have a long way to go after that loss.
29, Virginia Tech.
I guess they're trying to send a message to start this 2nd half, lined up for an onside kick. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the 2nd half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the 2nd half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the 1st half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Brings up second and goal.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Now on the option. He'll toss it. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hokies! Oh, the offense shows some life here and cuts into the lead with that score.
And, man, they needed it. They had to have something to go right. Listen, still down. This is a great start to getting back in this ballgame.
Looking to throw, it's Drones. They'll get the two-point conversion, and now the lead is 14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Pollard.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Give to the back. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Movement here from the tight end. Hand off from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
At some point, enough is enough. This is the guy that's beat me. He's priority number 1. We got to go get him. It's getting later in the second half. I got to go out and make some plays and get my offense the ball back.
Pressure coming. Steps away. They get to him as he throws. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's second and goal. Tries again to get it in. And this defense is defending its goal line. Back-to-back stops right in the shadow of their own goalpost. They'll run it here on third and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Yeah, and on third and goal, they're saying, hey, we're still going to try to power this football and run it. Obviously haven't had success. Now getting to fourth and goal. Now it's a situation, do I kick the field goal? Do I feel comfortable running the football? Or do I need to throw this thing?
And they're going to try this on fourth down. They need a full 5 yards to get it into the end zone, but they'll go for it. Touchdown, Virginia Tech! You thought they were done. They're not. They're back, baby.
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Looking to pass. It's Drones. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. fair catch, called for and made. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. On the run, it's Ncaa. And he was able to pick his way for just a few yards, and that'll wrap up the third quarter.
That's the end of the third quarter. Boise State 29, Virginia Tech 20.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Quickly complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
It's so important to know where you are in the field. Great job, great hands, great awareness. Make sure you get that grab, possess the ball, and get that foot in bounds.
The give and tick, 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 tick. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll run the option. Quick toss. At the 40, there he goes. Offense threatening 1st and 10 from the 31. Let's go. Right. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
They'll line up for a second down play. Back to throw, it's Nelson. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Man, this quarterback is going to have to be deadly accurate here in this 2-minute situation, right? And that's really what he's had to be all game long. He hasn't had a lot of yards because the coverage has just been so tight. He's had to be pinpoint perfect. It's been hard just to find completions, no doubt. It's going to be the same thing here in this 2-minute drill.
The clock and the scoreboard on their side as they come to the line, 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This is a defense that comes to play every week with bad intentions, and they set the tone in games by making hits like that. They've got players on defense that play downhill, and they come flying in. If you're a ball carrier, you better get down. You keep trying to fight for extra yards, or you don't have your head on a swivel. Watch out, because these dudes lay the line.
Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.